There's a kind of tiredness that sleep doesn't fix, the kind that creeps into your purpose, the kind that lingers in your eyes even after 8 hours of sleep, the kind that makes you question whether your yes to destiny was a bit too ambitious. I felt it. In fact, lately, I'm it. Sometimes it can feel like walking through a day with a full schedule with a half full soul. But then I remind myself that tiredness is not the same as finished. I mean, even a lion needs to rest, but the rest doesn't make it less a king. Right? And I think that's the trap. Believing that fatigue is failure, that pausing is weakness, or that needing help disqualifies you from being a helper, But I remind myself that even God rested. Not because he was exhausted, evidently not. But I think to model a truth that is so often lost on us, that rest is not retreat, it is realignment. Rest is not the reward for finishing, it is the fuel for continuing. So you're not weak for being tired. You are not broken because you need space. You are human. I'm human. The visions we carry are still alive, even if they are breathing slowly in this moment. Let it. Let you breathe. Because when a seed is buried in the soil, it always feels like the end, but it's just the beginning of another becoming. So if you're tired, be tired. I am tired, but I don't ever confuse it being done. So pause, pray, process, or don't quit. I think it's nice that this video is coming out on a Saturday night. So like my God, I can rest on the 7th day. Tiredness may interrupt the sentence, but you still hold the pen. Most people don't lose their lives all at once. They leak them one bad day at a time. Not to death, but to defeat, to disappointment, to dullness. It usually starts very small. One bad day turns into two turns into a story. That story becomes your personality. And before you know it, your calendar is full of funerals of your former self. I went to school with this guy who used to be electric. Big dreams, loud laughter, always emotion. Then one deal went bad. One heartbreak hit too deep. He took a break, he never came back. He didn't die, he just stopped showing up for his life. One bad day inadvertently became his biography. One thing is clear, if you don't confront the day will construct a version of you that is smaller than your potential. Bad days, if nurtured, don't stay small. They metastasize, they get comfortable, they invite friends. You don't always see a bad day spreading like mold behind the wall. It festers quietly until one day your whole house stinks and you are blaming the paint. But the truth is that you let one silent spot grow unchecked. You forgot that a bad day is a visitor, not a tenant, and you get to decide who stays. Neuroscience tells us that the human brain wires itself based on repetition. Feel bad enough days in a row and your brain starts to expect it. It stops looking for good, even when it's right in front of you. Your brain becomes loyal to your lowest moment, unless you disrupt the pattern. So what do? You interrupt the leak. Don't normalize your numbness. Don't marry a bad mood. It's only visiting. You are allowed to have bad moments. You are not allowed to make them home. One bad Monday, if left unchecked, can hijack the entire week quietly. Multiply that by 52. Welcome to a wasted year you never intended to have. So, choke the bad day. Interrupt the spiral. Shake the dust. Speak life. Plant laughter. Declare war on autopilot. Emotions are like emails. You don't have to open everything that lands in your inbox. It was a bad day, not a bad life.